Crafty YouTube friends, it's Rena, and I'm coming to share some projects with you that I created for a swap with Carla Peterson. Hi Carla. Hey, I'm really excited. She had asked for some projects that are a little bit outside of my realm of expertise, but I attempted them because I wanted to create something really special for her. She really has become a very dear YouTube, Facebook friend of mine. We've spoken on the phone a couple times. She really befriended me at a time when I really needed a friend. And I'm excited to be able to create for her for this swap. So let me move on out and show you that what she had asked for. One item is a surprise item, and this is the surprise item. And she asked for me to create in a vintage style, and you all know me, I've created a few vintage things, but this watering can is, I think, the most vintage piece that I've ever done. And I used the new beautiful papers from Louisa Diaz's paper, printable papers from Kitty's Scrap Post, and this is the brand new Mother's Journal. And look at the colors. Look at the colors. So beautiful. And what I did was I Mod Podged it onto this paper mache watering can, even on the handle and the inside of the handle as well. And then I picked this trim because I liked how it fanned out when the watering can is sitting down. So this is some trim that Leonie gifted me in our swap. Thank you, Leonie. This is some that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I really liked how it stood up past the top of the watering can. So real pretty lace, and then this pearl trim. I started my flower cluster up here on the handle, and I did a couple layers of lace flower and then my wild orchid craft, and I glossy accented all the flowers. So the flowers kind of cascade down, and inspired by Miss Liberty 25, she had some chain on her watering can, and the watering can she did was much larger, but I really loved how that looked. Very vintage, so I added the chain. I added this vintage little scissor charm, and I added this vintage clock charm. More flowers, and you can see that all the flowers are glossy accented. I have a little flat back heart. I added a piece of like a vintage filigree piece that I had gotten from Butterbee Scraps. Another heart, flat back heart, and then more of the trim here around the spout. And then this is a Spellbinders die, a vintage metal piece, and a beautiful cameo. So that is my little watering can. And what I had hoped for Carla to use this for is maybe a pen holder, or for markers, or, you know, some kind of place where she, maybe paintbrushes, clean paintbrushes, that she could store at her workspace. So there you go, Carla. I hope you like it. I really love it. I think I'm going to make one for myself. So that is my first project. Now, my second project is, and I obviously had some pictures at the beginning of the video, so you got to see this before I put it all together. But let me show you, and I'm going to move my sign because it's distracting. Okay, this is a box that I purchased from, I think it's Gina's Designs, and this is a lace box. So, yeah, I used the beautiful papers again from Louisa's Mother's Journal line. And I'm going to turn it around and show you that right here is like a fountain. And all along the bottom, I have Tim Holtz film strip. I have these handles that I got from Saw Crafters. I layered these two laces. I think they're both from Dee's Elegant Embellishments store. And then some pretty little small pearl trim back here around the back. The beautiful paper from Louisa's Mother's Journal line. And I did the same lace all the way around. And I unfortunately didn't realize I was running out of black ink. So this came out a little bit purpley. And I didn't realize it until I got more ink. And the rest of it came out a little bit darker. But I still think it looks really, really beautiful and nice. I had this wooden window box from Saw Crafters, and I'd had it in my stash for a good long while, and I don't know why, but Bonnie had made one of these lace boxes, and I had watched her videos several times for inspiration, and I loved how she did it. I loved her clock and all the texturing and everything. And I was like, I want to do something similar, but I don't want it to be too similar. So I started looking through my wood pieces and my chipboard pieces, and I found this little window. And I thought, how perfect. Because one thing that Carla had asked was also for a magnolia. She likes my magnolia girls. And so I wanted to incorporate one in here. And I thought, wow, I have this cute, cute little sitting Tilda. And I can make her sitting in the window. So I made a huge flower cluster. I have a little, I have a little bird. It's hard to see. A little bird charm right there. There's a clock down here at the bottom and a clock up here at the top. This metal piece was a gift from Sherry Baldy. She sent me that with some other things in a DT package. This I got from Susie Vargas. This is from Suha Fuha, and then all these are Wild Orchid Craft flowers. This, and I did glossy accent all the flowers. This little nest was one that was gifted to me by Amador. Thank you, Amador. And then I had these two little birds in my stash. I did also put more of Louisa's papers behind the window. And then I colored up a magnolia girl. So that is the outside of the box. Now let me show you what I did on the inside. And the first one, I had a couple of these butterflies. So I used those. Amador had done chipboard butterflies, and I didn't have that die, so I went through my stash and I had these vintage butterflies, but I didn't have enough to do all of them. But I did have these corner pieces, so I have a corner piece. The first one is a butterfly, and then the rest are all corner pieces like that. And I love it. I'm not a vintage girl, but I do love how this came out. So I used Louisa's beautiful papers from the Mother's Journal, all of these, and then I inked all the edges. And I already put some laces on here for Carla. So this is the next one, and I put a Wild Orchid Craft flower on the top of each one, and they alternate a brown and a green. So there's the pretty laces. And I did, you know, like I said, I have pictures of these cards prior to putting all the laces on them so you can see them better. So there's the first batch. And Carla did say she wanted a box. And I thought, well, I just got a beautiful box from Amador, and I love, love, love it. So I thought I would make a lace box for her. And I actually bought 2 of these boxes, so I intend to make myself one as well. And the one that Amador gave me was beautiful, but I have so much. I need some more storage. So I put all my pinks and greens in that one because that's he had made me with the Bow Bunny paper line, and it's all pink and green. So here's this one, and this is the last one. So there you go, Carla. I really hope you like this. I hope it's what you were thinking when you said vintage. And I have one more project that I will be creating for Carla, and it is a banner. So I'm going to be working on that, and then hopefully get these off to her and be able to post these for you in about a week. But of course you won't know that because you'll be seeing it for the first time when I post it. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. And as Linda would say, thanks for sharing your time with me. Bye, everybody.